What's up, everyone? This is Destroyer229, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. Last time, we started 2 new social links, both of which involve Fuka, surprisingly enough. And in this episode, well, we're gonna talk to Fuka and head on over to Tartarus, but before I do that, there's actually something that I kind of want to check in really quick. Hey Yukari, how's it going? I can count on you, Yukari. Now, this is about the point in the game in which Yukari stops being paranoid that, oh, Mitsuru forces Fuka to join. So, I feel like, at the very least, I think that's the point where Yukari just kind of accepts that, well, Fuka's at least doing her best, so whether or not she was forced, but I have to do my best too. Alright, so is everyone, yes, everyone's doing okay? I don't need to know, and let's head on over to Tartarus. Okay, so for today's exploration into Tartarus, yes, that's right, Junpei's not here. So we can't even bring him along even if we wanted to today. But it doesn't matter because I don't really use Junpei that much regardless. If you do want Junpei, this is not a good time to go to Tartarus. But if you're like me and don't really use Junpei all that much, then you may as well just go along with this. Now, for today, our goal is to reach the 59th floor. However, before we really get going, I'm gonna head on over to the Velvet Room really quickly. There's not a particular reason why I need to, but we do have a request to fulfill that we may as well do now. And that is to create Oberon, who is level 17 or higher. I'm pretty sure our social links with Hidetoshi is enough so that Oberon will get enough bonus experience to get that taken care of. I'm also hoping to fuse Pyro Jack in order to use Jack Brothers. So I'm going to try my best to get those 2 personas. So allow me to just go through these personas until I get a combination that will fit for both of those personas. Okay, it's not a perfect combination, but I can make Oberon more of a physical persona with this combination. So with this, I'm getting rid of Chimera, Inugami, and Yamotsu Shikome. So let's go ahead and fuse Oberon. I'm not 100% sure with rank 3 that I'll get 2 level ups, but we'll find out. Alright, so what exactly am I gonna get with Oberon? Ooh, survive dark. So if we get hit with a dark attack, we'll be able to survive with 1 HP. Yes! And he gets Mazil! And he's level 17, so we can get that request turned in. Ooh, Zane's next. That's an interesting, spell. I think that's a medium slash attack that deals more damage on a new moon. I think that's how Zane works. However, now that we have Oberon, let's go ahead and accept that request since he's now level 17. To an extent, I guess. Alright, thanks Elizabeth. And for that we get 3 Coin of Knights. I may want to start putting those on some of my personas. However, let's see, what am I going to want? Well, I'm gonna want Chimera back. And I may as well get Yamotsu Shikome. She's my only hermit persona, and I really don't need Inugami. Okay, so now let's see if I can't try to fuse Pyro Jack. Okay, I've been trying to get a adequate combination, but I suppose this will suffice for Pyro Jack. So for this, I'm fusing Archangel, Jack Frost, and Chimera. This is gonna be a little bit problematic because I definitely need Archangel back, and I need Jack Frost, so at some point, I'm gonna need to get Chimera back. But, for this, let's go ahead and fuse Pyro Jack. Alright, and with Kenji's social link, Pyro Jack gains some experience. And Provoke, which I think that gives one enemy rage. Something's about to happen to Tarukaja. I have Auto Tarukaja. You know what? Let's see what happens, just so that you guys know what can happen. So Tarukaja will now become Sharp Student? I think that increases experience gain. That's interesting. Well, in fact, I can even see. Okay, Sharp Student. No! Lowers odds of sustaining a critical... Ooh, okay. So if I have Pyro Jack out, that means the opponent has a lower percentage of dealing a critical hit to me. That's not bad, actually. Let's see. Yeah, Provoke enrages one foe. I really don't care about casting Rage. Rage increases an opponent's attack, but lowers their defense. It also means they can only use physical attacks, like actually like slash attacks. Well, like a slash attack, a strike attack, not strike or slash skills, per se. Okay, so now that I have that taken care of, register Pyro Jack, buy back Jack Frost, and Archangel. Like I said, we're gonna need Chimera back at some point, but we're just gonna have to hold off on it because we don't have enough spots to take Chimera as well. I'm hoping to fix that for this run, because my goal is to reach floor 59 and to reach level 20. If I can reach level 20, then that means I can get 2 more personas that I can hold on to. Now, since that took a while to get Pyro Jack to get the skills that I thought were half decent, I'm actually gonna save real quick. So in case something stupid happens, I don't have to spend all that time in the Velvet Room again. Alright, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I still haven't given you your shoes yet. I think I got those, but yeah, I haven't had a chance to give you these. So you can go ahead and take these skates, Mitsuru. And I should head back to the accessory shop, too. I need to give Mitsuru an accessory. And if I'm lucky, then maybe there'll be better accessories for Yukari and Akihiko. But regardless, we're gonna head to the 47th floor. Alright, so now it's time to take on the Tartarus boss. Who's my persona? Lilim? Yeah, yeah, I think Lilim will be fine for this one. So let's go ahead and get going. Wait, enemy advantage.
This is not just a random shadow. It seems to be guarding this area.
Okay, and unfortunately, it seems as though they get to start off first for this fight. So it looks as though, yup, they're gonna start with Tarukaja. That is not good. So, our enemies this time, the Golden Beetles.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Golden Beetles.
Understood.
Weak to electricity. Resist slash, strike, and pierce. Null, ice, light, and dark, which is why I put Mitsuru to heal support. Akihiko, I'm gonna have you on knockdown. Okay, yeah, I think we'll go ahead with this, and then Yukari... Well, actually, Yukari, you can target the one at 4. So, I'll assign you to that target. What these things can do, they have a Pierce attack, as well as no Tarukaja, Kill Rush, Masakunda, Turret Shots, and Tsukukaja. So these things are primarily buffers, in a sense. Okay. They cast Tarukaja, and these things have some nasty physical attacks. Now that they have Tarukaja up. So, what I'm going to do... Akihiko goes next. I have him on knockdown. So I think I'm going to start off by casting... Oh, wait, not Rakunda. Rakukaja on myself. This will increase my own defense, so that way I can survive some hits. Akihiko!
Ice is in...
Damn it all! Idiots!
I can do it.
Okay, well...
This thing won't
That did not work anywhere near as expected. At the very least... Oh, they're only using Pierce attacks, which is nice. Yukari, just to be on the safe side, I'll put you on heal as well. Meanwhile, me and Akihiko, we'll just go ahead and cast Zeo on these things.
That's the way. One more.
Jeez, that barely did anything. And these things have boosted attack, but jeez. Okay.
The enemy is down. Now's your chance. The enemy's
Let's
down.
go ahead and attack. Is it possible that they also... No, there's no way they would be able to resist electricity. Though, how Yukari was able to deal so much damage to them. Yeah, I'm thinking they may resist electricity despite being weak to it.
Go, Akihiko.
Which is weird, but you know what? It is what it is. Alright, for this, since I have both Mitsuru and Yukari on healing, we're gonna relent.
Well, waiting is part of my strategy.
That's exactly what it is, Akihiko. Because then they'll waste a turn getting up, and then we can go on the offense.
The enemy's returned to normal. Hang in there.
Okay. So now, the only one who needs any sort of healing is Mitsuru. I don't want to take any chances with these things. Their increased attack, and the fact that they know Kill Rush. I'm pretty sure Kill Rush... I'm more than certain that that can hit multiple times. And if that does, then that is almost guaranteed to just kill someone. So the only thing I can do is to just knock these things down. Go for the all-out attack.
The enemy is down. Now's
And
your
then,
chance.
hopefully, Yukari will be able to crack.
Let's go.
Well, so much for the all-out attack.
I've been waiting.
Okay, so all we have to do is just keep waiting.
I summon thee.
Mitsuru will heal herself up. Okay, and their attack reverted.
The enemy's returned.
So
to
there's a
normal.
good chance that what they'll do is that they'll just waste another turn casting Tarukaja on themselves. If nothing else, it means that their attacks aren't going to be as powerful. So we still have a chance at this. And my defense is reverted. Oh well, whatever. Better to have not needed to use it than to have needed to and not put it up. Damn it! These things don't have any evasion up. What is wrong with it?
Here's our chance.
Whatever. Just keep going.
Do it again.
Okay, those are all knocked down.
I've been
We'll
waiting.
hold off.
Waiting is part of my strategy.
And that's what I was afraid of. And they use Manakunda.
Help me.
Okay, Yukari, please take care of it. Thank you. Okay.
The enemy's returned.
That's another thing that's a problem. They can use Manakunda, so just one of them can lower all of our defenses. Okay. Unfortunately, Mitsuru, if she's not on healing, she's just gonna run up and attack, which is not something I want her to do. Okay, Mitsuru, be on standby.
Understood.
Yukari, you also be on standby for this turn. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and attack. And hopefully we can get the all-out attack and then cause some major damage to these things. Because Akihiko just needs to make sure that they are knocked down.
The enemy's down. Let's finish.
Because if they get up, that's going to be a huge problem. Thankfully, they don't have Mataru Kaja, because that would be really bad. Okay, so deal some damage, deal some more damage, and then hopefully next turn, one all attack will finish it. If not, then a second one definitely will. Alright, so Mitsuru waits, Yukari waits, and then they get up.
Careful! The enemy's going to attack!
Okay.
Defense weakened! Please, be careful!
I'm well aware of that, Fuka. And I think we got it.
Off balance! Attack!
Okay, with any luck, this should be able to finish them
The
off.
enemy is down!
I've been waiting for this.
Let's go for it.
Okay, now.
Yes, and that at least takes care of one of them. It takes care of both. Yes.
No shadows are left!
All right. Woo. Oh, wow. Sweet, I'm level 18 now. I was actually somewhat waiting for that, actually. Now that Lilim has learned all of her skills, I would like to fuse her away. Ooh, 2 chewing souls. To be able to get another persona in order to, you know, be able to gather more skills with. So I'm going to head back to the ground floor and save. And then I'll meet you guys back in the Velvet Room when I have a persona combination that I feel like would inherit all of Lilim's, well, actually, yeah, all of Lilim's skills that I want to give away. So I'll meet you guys in the Velvet Room. Okay, this is the combination that I wanted. Ghoul of the Death Arcana can inherit all of the elemental skills. So I'm fusing away Lilim and Nigimitama to get Ghoul. He may not have the greatest magic, but this is somewhat my ideal, at least, setup of a persona. Definitely not my ideal persona by a long shot. But having a persona that knows every elemental skill is very beneficial to me. And he got 2 magic, which is really nice. Plus he knows Moodle, which is also pretty great. So now all I have to do, head on over to the compendium, register Ghoul, and buy back Nigimitama. Which is, there he is. Alright. And with my brand new persona in tow, I'll meet you guys back on the 47th floor. Now, unfortunately, because we're up far enough, we won't be able to encounter the bronze dice that we need for Elizabeth's request. However, it's more pertinent that we reach where the next stop is before we head back to previous floors for requests. Okay. Now, there are a few things that I do want to talk about for this persona trip. I was going to go into more of the history behind the persona, so yay, history lessons. But I was asked a bit of an interesting question, and I feel like it's a lot more relevant that I bring it up now as opposed to settling it and talking about it later when it becomes less prevalent. However, first, shadow time. Okay, the Dark Eagles.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the
Dark
target.
Eagles. What am I gonna do with you? Well, fire. Let's try fire. Fire does normal damage.
Help me!
Wind? They no win. Fantastic.
Obey my command.
Okay.
I
Ice
failed
does
to-
normal.
It's weak against
Weak to electricity. Okay. And so then I can just cast Zeo. Because if they have an elemental weakness, I'm gonna hit them with Ghoul.
Attack!
The enemy's down. Let's
So I do
finish.
need to switch over to Pyro Jack or Jack Frost. Just so that way I can use Jack Brothers.
That was a great battle.
Alright, and for shuffle time, we'll go with the money. Alright. Now,
Yes! My skill level has increased.
good job, Yukari. Now, what I wanted to bring up has something to deal with what's happened recently, particularly with Chihiro's social link, and the fact that as we progressed through the social link, we were automatically in a relationship with it. I got a comment from someone, particularly it was Overlord, in case you've seen the co-op series. And he asked a very interesting question, but first,
3 of them. Strike first.
the crying tables.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Okay, crying tables. I'm gonna switch on over to Jack actually, that was a terrible idea. But whatever, with Pyrojack and Jack Frost, we can use Jack Brothers. Knocks down all enemies, though it has a medium chance of doing so. So let's go ahead and initiate Jack Brothers.
Help me!
The lame jokes at least caused one of them to fall over.
Defeat it. Obey my
Alright, and
command.
ooh, thank you, Mitsuru! That was perfect!
The enemy's weak against
Wait, what? Oh, because one of them was knocked down!
an enemy.
Oh, well, whatever, I'll just cast Bufu on you.
You found the
And
enemy's
then
weakness.
I will kill you all.
Attack. Ready, Adam.
And that's the battle. Or not.
One. Don't let your guard down.
Okay, these things were a lot tougher than I thought they were.
Everything's going according to plan.
Okay. Ooh, and Jack Frost leveled up. Ooh, wait. Oh, he's one level away from Mabufu. Oh, well, whatever. Well, anyway, the comment was there any way to, continue in Chihiro's social link without getting in a relationship with her? And the answer to that is no. When you get far enough in a female classmate's social link, you will automatically just be in a relationship with them. Which, I will just say right out, I really don't like that aspect of Persona 3. The fact that you are forced to be in these types of relationships, which may or may not be, like, ones that you would want to have, like, romantically. So that's something that really does bother me. Now, granted, Persona 4 does fix it somewhat, I guess, but I have my own beef with Persona 4's way of doing that. The way Persona 4 does it is that you do have an option in whether or not you pursue a relationship with a girl in that game. And whether or not you choose to be in a relationship will dictate how the rest of the social link will go. The problem I have with Persona 4, though, is the fact that you can choose to be in however many relationships you want to be in, and it has absolutely zero consequences. In this game, there is at least some consequence if you try to date more than one girl at the same time. It means you're more likely going to reverse the social link. But with Persona 4, there's absolutely nothing stopping you from just dating everyone, which makes absolutely zero sense. They do somewhat fix it in Golden, where there's one event that does change, but it still just has no real effect on any of the characters, or the social link, or anything, really. It's just one added scene, which granted makes you feel terrible, but nonetheless just doesn't really do all that much. It's somewhat what I'm kind of hoping that they may try to mess with in Persona 5. Even though there's no social links per se, there is still the cooperation, which... oh, this is gonna be fun. There's still the cooperation aspect, which... I mean, I'm not entirely sure what that does, although it seems like it's social links with more than just getting added experience from fusing personas. Which, if that's the case, then that's great. But if they do kind of continue in a similar social link trend, I do hope that if the character can be in a romantic relationship, that there are consequences, like actual consequences, if you decide to, you know, date more than one girl. Because, I mean, that just seems like that should be a thing. And of course, that's even somewhat brought up in Yuko's social link. But it's just something that just rubs me the wrong way. It's somewhat of a problem that I have with both Persona 3 and Persona 4. Anyway, the maniacal books.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Okay, now that I have that taken care of, let's get Ghoul out here. And let's try casting Augie. Let's see if these things are weak to fire. I can tell you right now, I already miss Lilla, because I really don't like Ghoul's animation. Okay, drains ice. Good thing Mitsuru stabbed it. Unfortunately, it's not weak to any elemental skills. So Ghoul isn't gonna help me. Actually, what do these things know? Bufala, Mononkaden, Spirit Drain. Okay, in that case, Jack Frost would probably be... yeah, Jack Frost nulls ice, so let's go with him. And then let's use Sonic Punch. Or at least then we'll be immune to its ice attack. Oh great, Mononkaden on Yukari. And Spirit Drain... no! Crap! Don't use Spirit Drain on me, I need my SP! Okay, unfortunately... oh, crap!
That enemy is quite...
Yukari's been charmed, which means... an ally is charmed... wow, that actually didn't do anything. When an ally is charmed, that means that they will either attack an ally or they will heal an enemy. Alright, so let's go ahead and just stab that one. Mononkaden on... oh, come on!
My turn.
Wow, okay. Apparently my allies just love to heal an enemy that has max health already. Ah, crap. Ow.
Akihiko-senpai is charmed. Use Charm-D.
I don't think I have that spell. However, what's Ghoul weak to? Pierce and Light. Okay. This thing is weak to Dark, correct? Yes. Okay. I'm switching to Ghoul, and I am ending this. Yes! Alright, that worked.
The battle's over.
Yeah, just because an enemy is weak to light and dark doesn't mean that they will always be hit with those spells. Granted, it has an increased chance of being hit with those spells, but nonetheless, it's not a guaranteed thing. Okay, now as we continue to explore, I want whatever's in that chest. So, assuming I can get rid of that shadow, I can claim my treasure, and then afterwards, I can try to go into the history lesson. Oh,
My skill level has increased.
good job, Mitsuru. So, every freaking time I'm about to do a history lesson, I always get interrupted. Okay, so the Master's Garment. Plus 10 to SP. I will take that. And let's see. The Protector. I'm pretty sure that's just the same defense as what Mitsuru's armor is. Yeah, it is, but it at very least has an effect. So I'll go ahead and give that to Mitsuru. You're welcome. And now we can finally get into the history lesson. No, that's a dead end. And now we can maybe try to go into the history lesson for today. So today we are going to talk about Mitsuru's and Fuka's personas, being Penthesilea and Lucia. So first, we'll start off with Mitsuru. I'm sure we'll find the answer to that eventually. Well, there are the stairs, and there's a gold shadow. So, Penthesilea. The story of Penthesilea, I guess, starts off with just who exactly she is. Penthesilea is an Amazonian queen. No! Ah, damn it. Penthesilea is an Amazonian queen. The Amazons being a tribe of warrior women who were very powerful, but nonetheless, well, I mean, yeah, they were a tribe of powerful women. Most people have heard of the Amazons. Now, Penthesilea's story starts relatively early in her life when she and her sister went hunting. They got into a little bit of an accident, and in the process, Penthesilea's sister was killed. Penthesilea felt extreme grief and sorrow because she felt it was her fault that her sister died. She felt so much grief that she was ready to give up her own life. But because she was an Amazon and a warrior at that, the only way she could ever know death was through combat. Now, fast forward quite a few years until the Trojan War. Penthesilea decided to join the Trojan War a little bit late into the campaign on the side of the Trojans. She was kind of held up for a little while because of the burial for Hector. But nonetheless, she was able to eventually reach the Trojan side and able to fight for the Trojans. Disguised, of course, since women typically didn't fight in wars back then. Even the Amazons, they had to disguise themselves as men. Now, Penthesilea really only knew combat for one day. Now, well, actually, we're at the stairs, so I will continue the story after Fuka gets a chance to speak. Now, in Penthesilea's day of fighting, she went up against Achilles and challenged him to a duel, basically. And admittedly, though she fought hard, she lost to Achilles, and Achilles killed her. Now, you think, well, that's the end of the story of Penthesilea, right there. Well, not quite. What happened afterward is probably a little bit more interesting, and don't tell me he's going after Mitsuru. He might have been going after Mitsuru. I have absolutely no idea. Oh, crap! Oh, great, you're new. This is also bad. Ugh. Okay, Bufala on Mitsuru, that's fine. Okay, wow, that was really bad because I didn't expect that shadow to still be attacking me. Anyway, new enemy, the Killing Hands.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, let's see. Mitsuru, I'm gonna have you on heal.
Understood.
No, because Yukari's going to be the first to be healed. Okay, well, actually, no, I have Nigimitama. Go back to Act Freely, in case I haven't analyzed.
Scan the target.
Let's see, Nigimitama, what are you weak to? You are weak to electricity. These things use Bufu, so I think I'll be fine.
There are 3 enemies
So
left.
let's go ahead and cast Medea on everyone. And heal everyone up. Not quite as good as regular Dia, but at the very least it gets everyone. Okay, oh, you freaking sack of crap. You know Raypatra. You also know Moodle. That is really bad. Ow.
Let's go.
Great, these things know Moodle. Oh!
Nice, Aki.
Good job, Akihiko! Okay, so maybe we're not screwed yet. Okay, weak to fire.
It's weak against 5. 2
Okay,
enemies left.
actually, Ghoul, Null's Darkness! Haha! Alright, now I'm safe. Now I just cast Augie on these guys and they're a piece of cake.
One more.
Oh. Wow! Okay, I don't think I've ever used Ghoul before, but just the way Minato says that! Oh, that is hilarious! Ghoul!
The shadows are getting stronger.
Oh, that is hilarious. So, back to Penthesilea. Now, you'd think that after Achilles kills her, then that's the end of the story. That's it for Penthesilea. Well, not quite. There's a little bit more to the story. After Achilles killed Penthesilea, he went and basically wanted to see who it was that he killed. And upon doing so, realized that he had killed a woman. And on top of that, he immediately fell in love with Penthesilea. Yes, he was so enamored by Penthesilea's beauty that he fell in love with her right after he killed her. And immediately Achilles felt a huge amount of regret at just what he had done. He was in such a state that there was someone who was right by him at the time who was making fun of him. Oh. Well then. There was one of his allies was making fun of him, and he was so angry at this ally of his that he went and straight up killed his ally for what he was saying about Achilles and to what had happened to Penthesilea. Now I'm still doing okay. So, yeah, there isn't much to the story of Penthesilea, but it does have a very interesting twist, I guess, when it comes to the Trojan War. Now, crap. I'll take that. Crap, how am I gonna do this? How on earth am I gonna do this? Wait, what the hell? Oh, crap.
Surprise attack. 2 enemies.
Ugh. Okay, that was weird. I was clearly past that thing, and then I was stuck. Like, I was literally stuck. I couldn't do anything. And then the freaking shadow attacked me. Okay, he's weak to ice. Him, I have no idea.
I'll scan the target.
So go ahead and cast Bufu. Okay, and everyone's sort of weakened. So I'll switch back to Nigimitama and cast Medea. That should get everyone back to snuff, and then we can take on these 2 shadows. Okay, that'll work. I was gonna say, Mitsuru, you idiot. And then, no, you killed it. Okay, you knew what you were doing.
It seems like it's weak against
Okay,
fire.
weak to fire. It knows counter,
My turn.
which hitting with a physical attack would be a really bad idea if we did that. And double fangs on Mitsuru. Okay. I can switch to Ghoul. I would like to see 17. Wow. Okay, Ghoul has the same magic as Pyro Jack. And he's 2 levels away from Augie Lau. You know, for this, I'm gonna switch to Pyro Jack because this thing knows Double Fang and I don't want to be crit. Let's go ahead and use Augie.
Good choice. The enemy
And
is
then go
down.
for the all-out attack.
I've been waiting for this.
Alright, and that finishes up the job.
No shadows are left.
And for shuffle time, we don't get any new personas. Okay, but I'll happily take that experience. Chance to double up. You know what? Let's see. What's it got for us? Slime and Jack Frost. Okay. Both personas that I already have. Okay. I already have slime. My slime is better. So I'll go ahead and get rid of that, and I get my experience. So that's the story of Penthesilea. Now, before we get going into Lucia, we actually got... Oh my, I really did not expect this. We got another piece of high-cut armor. In retrospect, I was waiting until I got something better for Yukari before giving hers to Mitsuru. Instead, we just get another one to give to Mitsuru. I'm really sorry about this. Don't hate me, Mitsuru, but honestly, it's better than what you had before. I'm sorry. Thank you. And after Yukari, because I already promised her, once I find something better, I'll get you out of that as soon as possible. Oh boy, if Junpei was here. So, anyway, ooh, 11,000 yen. So, that's the story of Penthesilea, but we also have another persona that we can go into a bit of a history lesson for, and that is Fuka's persona, Lucia. Now, out of all the personas that we've seen up to this point, Lucia's is probably the least related to Greek mythology on more than one account. For one, Lucia isn't based on a figure in mythology. And I leveled up.
Yes, my skill level has increased.
As did Yukari, apparently. Now, like I was saying, Lucia is actually based on a historical figure, as opposed to a figure in mythology. Lucia is... Oh god, where did you come from? Lucia is actually based on a Christian martyr of all things, of the 4th century, Saint Lucia, or Saint Lucy, as some people know her as. Now, Saint Lucia was, like I said, she's a Christian martyr of around the 4th century AD. At this point, Christianity was still being persecuted. So if anyone really found out that a person was Christian, oh crap, then that would immediately put them under arrest, and that in and of itself was grounds for, execution. Now, Saint Lucia was born to a pretty well-off family. Her father was Roman, although he died when she was fairly young. Although her mother was of Greek ancestry, hence why there's, at the very least, a very loose connection to Greek history / mythology. Now, I don't really know too much about the... Well, What am I trying to say? I should know more about the history of Lucia. In fact, I did research on it. What am I saying? Now, what happened with Lucia was that her mother was very afraid of what might happen to Lucia. She wanted to make sure that Lucia was well kept for in case anything were to happen to her. And so her mother arranged for Lucia to marry someone. Although Lucia had pretty much given herself to God, essentially becoming a nun in everything but name, and probably apparel as well. Oh crap, oh crap. Now, later on in their lives, when Lucia still wasn't married off to this person, she had heard a rumor about a shrine dedicated to another person who was, coincidentally enough, a martyr. And these rumors seem to have that whoever went to this shrine was healed of any sort of illness. Her mother, meanwhile, was suffering under some sort of condition. I don't exactly remember what the condition was, but it was some sort of blood disorder, I believe. And Lucia and her mother went to the shrine to see what sort of truth these rumors might hold. Now we're here at the 59th floor. There's our boss, which is a knight, which is gonna be fun. But I'll finish off Lucia's story before we get going onward. Lucia and her mother went to the shrine, and lo and behold, her mother was healed. To them, it was an act of God, and it was an act of God that her mother was healed. To give thanks to God, Lucia basically gave the suggestion that they should donate a large amount of wealth that they had, like their jewels, money, donate them to the poor as sort of some alms, paying tribute to God. Her fiancé did not like that at all. And so he went to the governor of Syracuse, basically accusing Lucia that she was a Christian. The governor then went over to where Lucia was with an army of guards, and despite anything that they would have done, despite trying to tie her to horses and drag her, despite doing any sort of terrible things, they tried lighting a pyre around her. They could not, for the longest time, kill Lucia. They convicted her, obviously, which is why they had grounds to do this, but they just flat out could not kill Lucia. It took just one of them stabbing her with a sword to finally kill Lucia. And it was this absolute miracle which was actually somewhat, well, reading through it, it was somewhat funny, just the fact that whatever they did, they could not kill her. And it was this protection that she had against this harm that is somewhat how she was able to become a saint. Now, you might notice that with Fuka's persona, you'll notice that Lucia is actually blinded. In fact, I can head on over to the ground floor right now, and I can show you what Lucia looks like, just as a refresher, since it's been a little while since we've seen Lucia. So you'll notice that Fuka's persona, let's see, we check everyone's status, and then we head on over to Fuka. You'll notice that Lucia is blind. And also, the little dome that is part of her dress that Fuka resides in kind of looks like an eyeball. And of course, the fact that she is a support persona that allows Fuka to see what's up ahead, any sort of shadows that may be lurking around. That also ties into the story of Lucia. There are different accounts as to how this happens, but Lucia was apparently blinded at some point. some accounts say that one of the attempts that the guards had was to, like, to gouge out her eyes. Which, that's one story. Another story is that Lucia gouged out her own eyes. As basically, like, saying, ha ha, screw you, to her fiancé. Like, you can't appreciate my beauty, then I won't see. Kind of just, it's a little bit... Maybe I'm not doing it justice, but it's something to that effect. What's miraculous about it, though, was that apparently, at Lucia's funeral, her eyes were there. Her eyes were perfectly okay, despite what happened to it. So, that I found was really interesting and tied in very well to the persona, Lucia. So that goes with the story for today. Now that we've actually reached where our next Tartarus boss is, there's not really too much else for us to do. The only thing we really can do at this point is to head back over to, what floor is it? The 36th, and try to reclimb from the 41st to the 45th floor. We still need to kill some bronze dice, and what better way to do that than to just, well, the only way to do that is to just go and backtrack. So, I'm gonna head on over to the 36th floor, do a little bit of training, head back to the 47th floor and do some more training. And then I will meet you guys when all that is over. So if anything important happens, I'll show it. If not, I'll see you guys when it's all done. Bow of Affection? Okay, is that better than the toy bow? Let's see. Toy bow. Bow of Affection. Well, not really. It does have a medium chance to charm an enemy, but has nearly the same accuracy as a regular bow and a little less attack power. It's a nice bow, but honestly, I'd rather keep the toy bow, which is a shame. You would not believe there was no dice to be found. Absolutely none until towards the end of the 45th floor. My goodness, those dice enemies should not be as rare as they are, but at the very least, the one I found gave me that figurine. So we can go ahead and turn in this request. It was not easy getting these, Elizabeth. Alright, and for our troubles, we get Sigma Drive. Ooh, okay, that's something that I can look into and possibly give to Mitsuru. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and register all my personas. Actually, I need to see just what I have, and then maybe try to, see what I would need to buy back. Okay, so our next fusion request. Create Vitala via fusion, and show that he has Maragi. So that is what we need to do for that. Although, I'm pretty sure we're not quite where Vitala is. I think Vitala is a level 22 persona. So it'll be a while before we can get that request. Okay, that's coming up really soon. And then finally, the Shell of a Man. I'm pretty sure we need to accept this quest in order to actually do it. So let's go ahead and accept this request. And then exit out and show her that we've performed Jack Brothers. That was an operetta? I thought it was stand-up. Well, at the very least, we get 5 Bufula gems. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so what exactly... I forget what exactly I have in terms of personas. So let's see. I have Emperor, Hermit, 2 Magicians, Justice, Death, Temperance, and Chariot. What do I need? I don't think I need anything else. I may need Priestess soon-ish, but I don't think I need a Priestess persona before the next time I go to Tartarus. No, the only thing I really need is Justice, so that's all I really need. All I need is Archangel until the next time I go to Tartarus. So yeah, I don't need to worry about grabbing some more personas. At the very least, it gives us more combinations that we could potentially try out. However, with that taken care of, we could in theory do a bit more training, but honestly, I've been at this for nearly 2 hours now. Not just the off-screening, just how long this episode is. This is gonna be fun to edit. But if nothing else, we've at the very least accomplished what we need to. We've reached the 59th floor, we've reached level 20, and we finished up that dice request. So all in all, I'd say we're looking pretty good. So next time on Let's Play Persona 3 FES, we're gonna head back to the dorms and continue going through school. There isn't really too much else for the near future. We will be coming back again to Tartarus pretty soon. However, until then, we're just gonna have to survive school. So until next time, everyone, take care.